me, it's very easy to describe what is nice for the stomach. Sometimes we need to go in a 1-star, 2-star, 3-star restaurant to understand what is the maximum level of what they say is perfect level. But our stomach is different. The taste of catching a tomato and having the olive oil from your family and a piece of basil with the bread, a little bit not so fresh, but you put the tomato on top and the oil, and this is the best of our stomach. The brain says, 3-star restaurant, but then you must be slave of the great chef of the moment. We want to put our restaurant in the middle, so nice looking dishes and the immediate taste of something that you can understand from where it comes. Frascati is a very small town close to Rome. Frascati is a civilization born before Rome. But in the years, Frascati has been considered a kind of garden of Rome. People from Rome says, let's go to Frascati to have fresh air, to have something to eat. That's why it's the entertainment part of Rome. And my family has a part in this story because we are a place where people from Rome come easily to have a couple of hours of fresh air and nice thing to eat and to drink. The history of the Cacciani restaurant is very easy. Tommaso, my great-grandfather, succeeded to buy a piece of land, and he started to make wine and oil. My great-grandfather told to my grandfather, go to work in a restaurant.
Paolo's grandfather, Leopoldo, upon returning from the First World War, went to work in the kitchen of an important hotel. He was a quick learner and very ambitious, so it wasn't long before he opened his own place in 1922. A small osteria called L'Antica Pergola.
The tables were made of stone, so they were not ruined by spilled wine. When the drinking was finished, they were cleaned again, ready to make fettuccine.
After the bombing of Frascati during the Second World War, the Cacciani family moved to the Marche region, and upon their return in October 1944 to Frascati. They transformed the simple osteria to a more sophisticated trattoria.
And the restaurant from my grandfather was very famous because a trattoria, but with beautiful towels, nice waiters, and a great kitchen.
The business was going really well, but when the hygiene inspectors visited, they said that the health requirements were not being met, but they allowed us to remain open until the death of my dad.
9 years later, Leopoldo passed away.
My father, Armando, at 22, 23 years old, have to move to another place because unfortunately my grandfather died young, and he saw this view. And he decided to take this place to start once again.
The building they bought for a song because it was a bomb ruin that had been standing empty for many years. Armando, his mother, and his 19-year-old brother, Tommaso, went to work.
They built the restaurant. And after the war, everybody want to be happy. Everybody want to dance, to eat. We are in the 50s, 60s, so Cacciani was already a big name.
Through the 70s and 80s, Armando's 3 children, Leo, Katerina, and Paolo, started working in the restaurant.
Other important person in all this story are my uncle Tommaso and my auntie Dina. We trained the restaurant together. My mother Adriana has always the beautiful touch. Sometimes you feel like a fairy tales. You put the flowers here, the things there, and everybody is involved in this restaurant.
Each member of the Cacciani family plays an important role facing the daily challenges of running a restaurant. The eldest son of Armando, Leo, more so than the others.
I born gift.
I always felt the necessity of protect my older brother or explaining, he said that, did you understand what's happened and so on.
Lots of Italian.
Lots of Italian.
He's a special brother. He's always ready. If you call him, he's a special, always there.
You can consider that I stay with my brother because he needs my help. But at the same time, when you are near to Leo, you feel his strength, his determination, his will to overcome the problem, and you are... you need him.
When I was 45 years old, they put the cochlear implant made in Sydney, in Australia. It was a very important change in my life, and it was important to become a normal hearer.
After this operation, inside his head arrived new sounds. For example, he never knew the air or the sound of the rain, the water. So he was able to make telephone calls. So his life changes. It was a beautiful news for everybody, for him first of all, and for us to have a more independent brother.
Signori, buon appetito.
Leo is very able. He doesn't go away. He's there and he's able to solve problems. Very good. Very good.
So you need him because he's able to say that this is no problem, let's go. Because he was able, since he was very young, to overcome the problems, to overcome the people who, oh Leo, you don't understand, and so on.
Ah, bello.
So it's important to stay with him because you don't feel the problem. The everyday problem is not important because we overcame more and more and more. You feel with him to be in a nice philosophy. Sometimes living in his world is better.
One of the most requested dishes at Cacciani is a plate of pasta called cacio e pepe, cheese and pepper. A simple, tasty Roman recipe, cooked by many, but perfected by only a few. The Cacciani secret is to add a small amount of the pasta water to the cheese and pepper to create a creamy sauce. It may look easy, but getting the right consistency has taken Leo many years.
What we are doing now is that we decided to make a new kitchen. In the kitchen we have me, my brother of course, and 4 chefs, young boys, 25, 26 years old. Lot of enthusiasm. In our story, you have Armando, my father. Now he is 89, but he's still full of energy. He's a man without any kind of fear. So he did everything, believing in the future, believing in positive things. So my father liked the first part of the train, and everybody with him. My father, the man who made everything, reaching for the best prosciutto, there, reaching for the best tomato, there, the best parmigiano, and the pasta, and this and this, and singing the guitar in the restaurant with the customer.
Oh Roma, città di belli colli. Oh Roma, città di belle donne. Castane bruno bionde ti mettono i serpenti nella pelle. Nassini di
It's nice to be with him because sometimes you feel a little bit sad and you look at him and immediately take the energy.
E il monte sacro insieme all'Aventino, un ultimo c'avevo, Monte Grande, dove ci impegni pure le mutanne.
Armando created a sanctuary on the farm to escape the daily stress of running a restaurant. It provided peace, quiet, and the space needed to regenerate. As the restaurant is now in his kids' hands, he doesn't frequent it that much.
E cucchiaio.
We always stay together if it's possible for lunch or dinner, because staying with him for lunch or dinner with my mother is always a good occasion for nice gastronomy. I love drinking and eating a lot.
My father is everything. He can be special and he has two opposite. One is fantastic, happiness, la, 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 la. And the other one, I don't know why, is like this. He's a lot. So, is to be a lot is a lot in everything, I think. My father always say this is not enough. My father never say this is good, this is not good. He say this is what you have to do. This is what you have to do. Of course it is.
My sister Katerina is a beautiful pastry chef, because usually in the restaurant, pastry is something that, okay, we have half an hour time in the kitchen, let's do some pastry. But she decided to give to the pastry sector a very important rule. So she invented the new pastry of Cacciani restaurant. And it's very important because we do a lot of events, and so the cake, the quality and the shape is very important. And she is beautiful in this. But the most beautiful thing is putting in order the accounts.
L'hai trovata, no? Sì, lo immaginavo.
Not only of the restaurant, of all the family. Fortunately, it's lucky to have a sister like Katerina.
Vado giù? Sì. Vedi che?
Me and my brother, I prefer to stay in the kitchen. He prefers to stay in the room.
Adesso tutti normali, io ho detto normali, lui è un genio. Lui ha avuto problemi anche con i tuoi colleghi.
But when he's tired, he wants to stay in the kitchen.
Va bene Paolo.
Let me stay in the kitchen, please. I want to... Let me jump the pasta, because it's very nice to stay in the kitchen like a king, without costume. And he's very good with the wine. We have a nice wine list, and they take care of this. And all together, we decided all the future menus and the direction of the restaurant. We're trying a new plate. Devi fare 3 piatti, devi fare. Sì. Assaggiamo ragazzi? Giuliano?
Questa è decisamente meglio. Sì, ovviamente.
Qua puoi mettere un po' di pecorino. Senti il tonno. Devi sentire il tonno fresco, se no è tutto inutile, capito?
No, senza limone, non ce lo metto.
No,
Faccio così.
è acido, la rucola è acida. When my uncle Tommaso died, it was the first time that a very important person close to me go away. And so it was a loss. My uncle Tommaso talk about this fantasy and the restaurant and the story, and all the stories are inside me. He died 83 with all us around in his house, never saw the hospital and so on, so it was very important for us.
My uncle is a sweet man. So, hello, how are you? How are you? You need something? Always close to me. Always, yes.
L'unico che mi ha dato
He
soddisfazione.
was the only one who knew what I've achieved in my life.
Bravo Armando. E lui che conosce questo.
He was the only one who said, "Well done, Armando."
Il resto.
He was always there, and I miss him.
It's always a very important loss because it's a part of our lifetime that is not more here. My Auntie Dina feel very sad, but she has us and she has the lifetime of the restaurant. It's like a village with the people, and so it's always full of things to do.
Paolo's Aunt Dina keeps herself very much involved in the day-to-day happenings in the restaurant. She knows everyone and everything about them.
I love her very much, but she's different. She doesn't let you love her. This is what I think. She's like a cat. Special woman, intelligent, always strong, but it's different character. No compassion. No, never. How are you? I'm fine. You need something, you need her. I don't need nothing. And then she say, you didn't think me. So it's this and the other side. I don't know why. It's difficult relationship. You have to joke. It's okay joking.
The restaurant is going in a beautiful direction. If you open the menu, you find 1/3 of the dishes are from the beginning, from 1922.
Whilst this dish is not the most visually appealing, meat and poultry have been a Roman staple for many centuries. Leo's grandfather perfected this recipe, pollo alla diavola. Or devil's chicken, as it resembles a devil with two horns.
One-third of the dishes are very seasonal. For example, now nature gives us mushrooms.
Allora Paolo,
Buongiorno, grazie.
porcini, Ungheria.
Perfetto, grazie.
It's very important to Paolo that they source as many fresh ingredients as possible. But not just fresh, the produce has to be good. And it's common amongst most Italians to seek out small-time producers that are experts.
And 1/3 is invention. So, very old never change, is important, like a symbol of the restaurant. Very young and demonstrate that we are going still in the future. And the seasonal. We have to clean mushrooms, taking off all the ground, and be careful not to take off too much quantity of porcini mushrooms because they are expensive. We cut in little pieces. Beautiful and delicate smell. We need a beautiful oil and garlic. We use a lot of oil because we need to make a great flavor with mushrooms. We don't cut more than this garlic because we want to take it off after the oil got its perfume. High temperature. And then we go with the cultivated mushrooms. Now the oil is full of flavor of porcini mushrooms. It's the best flavor. We put the cultivated mushrooms together so you can take the flavor of the porcini mushrooms. We need a little bit of tomatoes. Wild mint. A little red pepper and parsley. Black pepper. And we're ready. Very simple. And you see, we put together the pasta cooking and then we made the recipe that is very quick. Now we can smell the flavor of summertime in Frascati. Family is very, very important for me because I don't like to be an island. I like to be a kind of group of people. La metto qua, metto qui, poi la dividiamo. La dividiamo, ti giuro che la dividiamo. I like to consider everybody important to have his own personality, but connected together to have a beautiful lifetime. Because it's beautiful to stay together. It's important to grow up your children. So work is important, but this is more important.
If I couldn't work here with my brothers, with my family, I wouldn't work. We are friends. Friendship. Help, communication. What do you think? What can we do? This is important in life. I don't want to live for work. I want to work for live. My father and my mother and my aunt and my uncle teach us strong points that it's not sacrifice, it's natural. We have this, so we can stay together for this.
When I was young, I saw what I don't see now in my children, still now. They are 13 and 10 years old. My father, my mother, my uncle, my aunt, all these people working at the restaurant, working hard and beautiful vacation at the same time. Everything looks to me a kind of chance to have quality, friendship, people that comes to your place just to say, Paolo, how are you? Everything's fine. It was nice way of life, so I never thought to do other things. Also, don't let go of this generation that made something before me. A kind of respect, maybe. Opportunity, respect, and sense of family.